Hello everyone. In this video, I want to show off the mobile application for Affine. They finally released a version of the mobile application that's not just in a web browser. This is a native application. Right now, I got this one on iOS. It came in through test flight, and they're using the Canary version right now. So you won't be able to use any of your personal workspaces. You will have to log into and leverage the Canary workspaces that you have set up with Affine if you have already set up some workspaces there. If not, you typically get a default one. I also have one that works in the cloud to leverage that syncing service. So yeah, let's take a walk through it. Right now, if we click in the top right corner here on that gear icon, we can come in here and we can see that I have logged in to my account, my cloud account here. So I can leverage the cloud storage and some of the AI. You can come in here and you can change the appearance. It has color mode where you can change the system or light and dark mode. You can change the font. You can change the language here. And you can see that the app version is 0.19.0 nightly and then 487158B. From here, you can get to the experimental features and turn them on and off. And let's go into the application just to see what we can do here in the app. The initial version of this application, I will say, is it's mostly for view only for the most part. There are going to be bugs here. This is Canary, so it's very early alpha release. So do expect there to be bugs in here, and there are. So from the Get Up, you have the home view where you can see your recents, your favorites. You can see the folders that you've created under organized, any collections you may have created, and then any tags here. Now from here, you can also create folders and you can add files in here. What I have noticed is that you can't delete or edit much in here, but you can add folders and you can add actual files or documents in here also. In the collections, you can add a new collection also, and it's pretty simple. You do not get the ability to add rules, so you can add a simple collection in here, and then from the desktop application, you can add rules in from there. Now you also can add tags in here. Again, you get to be able to put the name of a tag. You can change the color of the tag, and that's pretty much about it. If we go into view the documents, you get your list of documents here. You can come in here and you can favorite and star those. You'll see also that the sync on the screen here, where the blue star showed up on the one document, the sync is pretty quick and responsive. So just beware that, at least my initial findings, I have not seen any issues with syncing. So if I was to come in here, you can't do any editing. So if I was to press and hold or do anything there, it will not work. If I was to come in here and just touch in there, into a document, you do get access to the properties of the document. You can come in here and you can change some of the properties. You do get at the top side there, you can change from the page view and into edgeless mode as well. As I mentioned, you cannot do any editing in here. There is no pen support. I have tried this on the iPad, so you won't be able to draw. You can't even add shapes or anything in here. What you can do only right now, from what I've found, is that if you have an image, you can double tap on that image and then you can kind of arrow through any other images that you might have on that whiteboard. So that's pretty much it. And here you have a share icon here where you can share with other people who are that you might want to send a link out to or share the actual workspace with. You do have access to the journal. The fonts are a little big here on the journal, so maybe this is something that'll get tweaked later because the fonts are kind of super big. And there are no settings to change the size of the fonts yet in the settings. So yeah, hopefully that they'll decrease the size on there, or at least give you the ability to change the font size within the application there. At the bottom, you can see the any backlink or bidirectional links that you might have there. And you do get access to some kind of like some starter prompts for AI at the bottom there. You get a template one and you get edgeless down there at the bottom. So all things that you can go in there and you can change. We come up here, let's change that back to page. And let me see, anything else from here? You can pull down from the top there for the calendar, just so you can see the entire month. And then you can swipe through if you want to change the month in there. The next button over is just the create new note or document button there. And from here, you can create a new document. And you can see here when I create this new document on the sync side again, if you're watching on the desktop, you can see that created fairly quick and synced over really fast. So the synchronization has been pretty good here in this case. Now, once you are done here though, as I mentioned before, there are no options to delete from the mobile application. You will have to go to the desktop if you need to delete and modify certain things that you cannot do from the mobile app. All right, so that was a quick look into the mobile app from Affine. This is a early alpha release, so hopefully that this thing quickly kind of turns into a beta app or at least a release app and provides all the different functionality that you can get out of the desktop version, especially when you're on an iPad, so to make it a lot more usable and functional when you're on a tablet device. But I think this initial release is pretty good. It at least gives you access to your documents so that you can view them. And also you can see things in the edgeless mode. So the viewing options are good for a companion app. But, you know, again, to thoroughly kind of flush this out and get this to be fully functional is going to be the preferred way to go. All right, so as this thing gets updated and progresses and I find out new things about it, I will definitely create more videos to show some of the new functionality that potentially will come out. And if you like this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And until the next time, have a nice day.